Hello, Rob Cornish here. How are you doing? I hope you're well. And what I'd like to do today is tell you what I would do if I was starting from scratch trying to make money online right now. Now there's 7 steps to this, and before I explain them in detail to you, I would just like to say that I am not some kind of millionaire internet marketer, and I'm certainly no kind of guru. I don't consider myself a guru at all. And these 7 steps is not what I first started with when I began making money online. You may know actually that I really kind of suffered from information overload, and I made a lot of mistakes before I saw any kind of success online. So this is really about what I wish I had have done, if you like, when I started out, and it's certainly what I would do right now if I was starting again. But having said that, I mean, 95% of the information that I'm going to explain to you is stuff that I'm doing right now to grow my online business. So I think you're going to get some really good value out of this. Let's jump onto the computer and I'll talk to you again in a few minutes after we've gone through the 7 steps. Rather than just jump straight into the presentation without you knowing what's coming up, I'd like to just go through a very brief roadmap, if you like, of what I'd like to cover and share with you in this video. So these are the 7 steps that I'm going to cover. The first one is to pick a niche, and of course a niche is just a market within a market, so it's just a very specific and focused area within a broader market. The next thing we're going to talk about is setting up a website, then setting up an email squeeze. Now you hear this word squeeze a lot on in the internet marketing community, and all it is just a way of capturing people's email addresses. So it's very important to do this, and I'm going to expand and elaborate on that when we get to the 3rd step. The 4th step is actually to drive traffic. Of course, we need people visiting our website, and there's lots of ways of doing that. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to it. The 5th thing is to actually start building your email list, and very, very important to give value. So this is one of the core principles, is to give value first and then sell later. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make, and it's a mistake I made when I started out. You go in, you set up your website and you try and sell straight away, sell cold, and it's very, very hard to do that. And it's much more effective to actually build trust and first, and give value first, and then sell second. So for that reason, you'll notice in the first 5 steps I've not made any mention of actually making money, and that's because we just need to set these things up first, and then we start making money later on. So in step 6 we begin to promote other people's products, and by promoting other people's products, something called affiliate marketing, we're actually generating commission for ourselves, so we start to earn money there. And then the 7th step is actually to develop your own product, and as we'll talk about, all the people that are really successful online, that have made, you know, serious big money, all have their own products. So that's the ultimate goal, if you like, but it's the last step in the 7 steps. Okay, so the first thing to talk about is picking a niche. Now what we really want to focus on is people or buyers, potential customers, who have a desperate, urgent or passionate need to solve their problems. And the 3 big markets which are important, which all share these common characteristics. The first one is love and relationships, the second one is anything to do with making money, and the 3rd is health and fitness. These are all markets in which people have desperate or urgent problems they need solving, or they feel passionate to actually spend money to go out and improve themselves, improve their own lives, or actually solve their problems. Now what we want to do is pick a niche, so a market within one of these markets. So it's very important to focus down. So for example, in love and relationships, maybe you could have a website on dating advice for people who are divorced. In making money, in the making money market, it could be making money out of, say, the stock market, which is actually something I'm personally involved with. That's one of my niches. In the health and fitness niche, it may be something like how to resolve back pain some exercises to resolve back pain after a work accident, for example. So again, very specific. And the other thing is that we really want to focus where other marketers are already making money. So another big newbie mistake, which I kind of made as well, which when I started, which was, you don't want to be trying to inventing the new Facebook or the new Google here, or going into some untapped market. Focus in where people are already making money and take a slice of that market for yourself. Step 2 is to set up a website. Now, the first thing that you absolutely need to do here is to buy a domain name and get hosting. So the domain name is the URL, so it's like robswebsite.com, for example. That will cost you, say, $10 for a year, something like that. And getting hosting, there's lots of different companies to do this. I use personally HostGator, but there's many other good ones, and that will probably cost you lower than $10 a month. But you do need to do this. It's a cost you need to do. But once you've got that hosting, most of the companies actually offer unlimited hosting, so you can actually set up as many websites as you like, and there won't be any additional cost. Now, once you've done that, you want to install a WordPress blog. Now, the great thing about WordPress is it's free, but the even better thing, I think, is that it's very, very simple to use. And this is, if you are daunted by the prospect of setting up a website and you've never done it before, then you're just like I was in early 2010 before I'd done it. I was quite scared and I didn't know. I just assumed that you had to be some kind of technical whiz kid or something. And you know what? I think 5 or 10 years ago you probably did, or you certainly had to know a lot of technical information and learn new skills. But nowadays there's so many tools out there, and a lot of them are for free, just like WordPress is, and it makes it very straightforward. Yes, you will need to spend a day or two just learning a few new skills, but once you've done that, it's done, and you know how to do it. So it's very straightforward, but then that stage is to install your blog. Now, what you want to do there is write 5 or 10 blog posts to start off with, and this is just for the reason that when people visit your website, it shouldn't look empty. Okay, you want it to look nice and welcoming and be offering some good content for the visitors, so they're encouraged to come back. The next stage is really to consider about pictures. Now, there's lots of pictures available online that you can get for free, and I'll put a link actually to a great site in the post but by this video on my blog, so you can find that resource. But add those pictures to your blog. It really makes a difference. And also, if you can do videos like this one that I'm doing, or maybe even videoing yourself, then that's absolutely great, because most people don't bother to do it, so you'll really stand out and gain the edge if you do. But having said that, I know when I first started, probably for 6 months or more, I was quite nervous about putting me out there. I didn't think I knew anything, and I didn't know what I had to offer, and it was a step too far in my comfort zone. So for that reason, it's good to push your comfort zone if you can, and you'll get rewarded for it. But if you want to use a pen name even, you can do that. I mean, that's not uncommon in publishing. You can think of, even in music, I suppose, there's people like Sting or Madonna. Many famous authors used pseudonyms or pen names. George Orwell, for example, his real name was Eric Arthur Blair. So there's lots of examples, and it's absolutely fine to do this online as well if you want to. There's lots of people making very good income from their websites, and their websites are under pen names. Number 3 is to set up an email squeeze. Now, a squeeze is just a form on your website where people can put in their email address and sometimes their name as well. And that allows you to capture their email address and build a list of email addresses so you can keep in contact with these people. And obviously that's very powerful, because otherwise people could visit your website, go away and never come back. Whereas if you've got their email address, that really allows you to keep in contact with them. So you're building an asset. When you build a list of email addresses, you're building an asset, and that's very important when you're building any business, obviously. And the critical thing is it allows you to build trust and relationships. So the web is quite an anonymous place, you know. So this is why email marketing is so powerful. If you can email people and deliver them really good solid value, then you can build that trust and relationship with your subscriber base, and then that makes marketing to people later on much easier. Now there's lots of companies that offer email services. The biggest by far is Aweber. Now I actually use Aweber myself, and you can see that I've used it to create this opt-in form on the right hand side of my blog here at gainhigherground.com. Now it's very easy to set these forms up, it really is. It's you pick a standard template, add the text, it's got name and email boxes automatically added, and just a submit button. So really simple to set up and actually install on your blog. But what the important point is here is that you really need to offer a free gift. Okay, so you can't expect people to just visit your website and give you their email address. I mean, I wouldn't do that to a new website that I visited. I'm guessing that you probably wouldn't either. So in my case, I've offered a free video which is only available exclusively to subscribers to my blog. Of course, it's free to subscribe, but it's still important to give that free video or free gift away to show goodwill. Probably the most common gift that you can give away is an ebook. That's probably what most people do. And you can write yourself an ebook. It doesn't have to be that long, maybe 3 or 4 pages is fine. And just think about, to do that, just think about what topics that visitors to your website for the niche you're in would be interested in. So do a little bit of research online, maybe in Wikipedia or other sites, and write yourself something over a couple of days, and there you go, you've got your free gift for your squeeze. So at this point we've chosen our niche, we've set up our website, and we've got a way of capturing people's email addresses. Well, the next thing is to actually drive traffic to that website. Well, there's loads of ways of driving traffic. You know, here are some: search engine,